Hello, I welcome you to another episode of Relationship Matters. Today we are going to talk about what couples mostly say, most of their complaints, what people mostly complain in relationships. That is what we are going to talk about today. The complaint of many couples, relationships, what people mostly complain about in their relationship. That is what we are going to discuss today. And today there is a complaint that pump up, so I want to address it. A lady said that he loves my body but does not love me. Sometimes you might be tempted to say it. I don't know if we've said it before. Maybe you've said it to your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend. He loves my body, but he doesn't love me. Why do you say that? Maybe because that your husband often asks you for sex, and to you, you don't enjoy it. You don't like it the way he likes it. There is something that I taught us some time ago, sexual compatibility. Yeah, I taught us about sexual compatibility sometimes ago. You know, when people are getting married, they talk of so many things, but they don't talk about that one. They don't even discuss it. They don't even check it. They just jump, pow, get married. And after marriage, you start hearing different complaints. When the husband and the wife demand for too much, they'll be saying, it's like you don't like me. It's only my body. No. Maybe two of you are not compatible sexually. That's why you are complaining. So what do you do in order to resolve this? What steps are you going to take? This person said to me, he said, my husband asks me for sex often, but I don't enjoy it much. Why? Because I feel that he doesn't love me. Because I feel that he doesn't love me. Each time that he returns from work, I want to talk with him. I want to gist with him. I want to discuss with him. I want to tell him all about how my day was and know how his day was. But boom, he will not even care to listen. He will not even care to ask me any question or show any interest in how my day was or how I was feeling. Instead of talking with me, he will just tell me, bring me tea and make that baby to be quiet. I want to combo. And then the show takes off. Oftentimes I ask myself, why doesn't he talk with me? Why does he hide his thoughts from me? Why doesn't he ask me? Why is he not asking me? Why is he not caring about how my day was? Or talking about how his own day was? So in all those questions, she was wondering. In her mind, she concluded that the husband doesn't love her. How do we solve this problem? The first step to solve this issue is communication. What both of them lack in their relationship is communication. What is communication? Communication is a means of talking with each other freely, because love is not selfish. Love is caring for one another. When you love someone, you will try to please that person. You will like to do what makes that person happy. So the first thing that they need in that relationship is communication. You will notice that if you're in that kind of relationship, that your marriage will become more romantic when you begin to communicate. So how do you communicate? You tell your husband this. You don't just think it in your mind and conclude it that he doesn't love you. No, you ask him, why are you like this? This thing that you're doing, I am finding it uncomfortable. I don't like it. I don't do this, I don't do that. And you as the husband, you reciprocate by trying to change. Why not come when you come back? Some couples, they live in their home as strangers. They don't talk. They don't communicate. If you ask the woman don't even know anything about the husband. The only thing that they do is they come back, give food, give this, make babies. They don't know anything about each other. So in marriage, the first thing is communication. You do what? You communicate. You learn to communicate with your spouse. And also know the right time. Some people don't know the right time to communicate with their partner. You check your partner's mood. When he or she comes back, you check their mood and know, is this person in the right mood to talk? You know when to do what? To talk to them. And you know the right word to use to start with. Because some people get angry easily. You know the kind of person you married. You know the word that upsets them, that makes them angry. You find the right word to do what? To use. Some people say that a real man doesn't need to communicate with his wife. But it's a lie. A real man tells his wife everything. You will begin to enjoy your marriage as soon as you realize that. As soon as you realize that it is good for you to talk freely with your wife. Because as you communicate with her, as you will understand her the more, and she will understand you more, and your home will grow more in love, and your bedtime will be more exciting. Every husband and wife needs to communicate. There are 3 levels of communication. In relationship, there are 3 levels of communication. You can start from level 1. When you succeed in level 1, you move to level 2. When you succeed in level 2, you move to level 3. So today we are going to talk about that 3 levels of communication. 1, talk about what happened. Each evening that you come back from work, you shower, eat, relax. Maybe during dining time, dinner time, or about to retire, you're watching television time, you talk. How was your day, honey? This is how my day went. Tell each other what happened during your day. What happened in the office? What happened at the shop today? What happened in the market today? Just communicate what happened. How was the kids? When you took them to school, was there any this? Or when I took them to school, this thing happened. My housemate did this, did that. Communicate. That is the first level of communication. You discuss about what happened. It's very surprising how couples these days fail to communicate, even at a very simple level. They stay in the same house, but they don't talk to each other. They don't know anything about each other. They don't be like that, as in, don't be like that. I don't want you to do what? To be like that. If you're not communicating with your wife or your husband before, begin now. Start communicating every day. Greet one another. When you comes back, greet him with a hug. You, the man, open your arm to welcome her with a hug and talk about what happened. Oh, how was your day? It takes you nothing. When you start it, it will become a habit in your home and you will begin to enjoy it. Let your husband or your wife be your gossip mate. Yes. Anything that your wife or your husband does not know, another person should not know it. Two of you are supposed to be gossip mates. In addition to asking your partner how was his or her day, if your husband your husband don't ask you, you as the woman, you ask. And the day that they will not ask, if you make it a habit, the day that you don't ask, they will feel the impact. Is he angry? Is she angry? Did I offend them? That question will begin to do what? Pump in their head. You as the man, you use that question to show what? To show interest, that you really care about them and that you really care about how they do in your absence. It is very important. Another level, the level 2 of another level of communication is talking about us. Talking about us, our money, our children, your relative, your plans for the future. For example, if a husband can discuss with his wife, such as what school should our children attend? Should my cousin come to stay with us, or should my sister come to stay with us? Should we buy a new car? Should we buy that land? Should we buy that house? Should we do this or do that? As they talk, as you people communicate, there is going to be disagreement. There is going to be quarrel. But that shouldn't stop the communication. That shouldn't lead you people. As in, the disagreement or the quarrel should not make you people not to reach an agreement. Try to do what? To reach an agreement. To reach a compromise. As you communicate, what school is do you want our daughter to go, our son? I want her to go this one. Two of you might disagree during the discussion, but it shouldn't stop you people from reaching an agreement. As soon as you start communicating with your partner, there must be an agreement, but that shouldn't discourage you from communicating with from communicating with your spouse. You should continue until you reach an agreement. You can have quarrel about money, how you spend money during the day, how this or how that. That shouldn't do what? Discourage you. Don't allow quarrel to kill your communication with your partner. Instead, discuss each subject in a kind way. And if you begin to quarrel, or if your husband or your wife get upset with your opinion, you can talk kindly. Let one person be on the side of peace. If your wife is shouting disagreeing, or your husband is the one shouting disagreeing, you try to do what? To calm down and make sure that you people reach an agreement. Don't walk away. Talk sweetly. Oh honey, no, I'm not trying to get you angry. I'm just suggesting. The Bible said that soft words turns away wrath. Soft words turns away anger. Your soft word can make his mind to be soft. Your soft word can make her mind to be soft. It can even make them to agree to what you're saying. So when communicating, be romantic. The third level of communication is talking about your feelings. Two of you should talk about your feelings. In this level, you open the door for your heart, allowing your marriage partner to see and know how you feel. How you feel. Don't just assume that they know. Some women said their husband don't satisfy them. Some men said, my wife don't know how to twist this. My wife will just be on like a log of wood. She doesn't know how to turn. You need to communicate all that to her. Don't just tell it to an outsider. Tell her, tell him. If you know where he or she will touch you and for you to feel excitement, let them know. Don't just assume that they know or they're supposed to know. And now you will start discussing it outside. I had a young man that was discussing such thing somewhere that I quickly shunned him. I said, please, I don't listen to this kind of things. You're supposed to tell your wife what he or she doesn't know. That thing that you like, communicate, tell her, teach her, teach him. If that person loves you, they will do what? They will adjust. Okay? Don't just stay and assume that my husband knows, my wife knows. No. Try to communicate. And when you're communicating, communicate in love. Be romantic about it. When you're angry, don't walk away. Make sure you stay and resolve it, and make sure that you people reached a decision, a compromise at the end of the discussion, so that you move on. Next time, tomorrow, you continue with another thing. Most importantly, don't go to bed with grudges in your heart for your wife or your husband. Reach a compromise. Reach a compromise. Talk sweetly. Be romantic.